Hello guys, I hope you're well and welcome back to Sophia Live. So a day ago, President William Ruto hosted thousands of youths in State House in what he calls economic empowerment program. And his action has received massive backlash from politicians, political analysts, and Kenyans on social media platforms. So the latest is activist Francis Gaitho is revealing to us that 600 million thousand shillings was used for that event. This is close to a billion Kenyan shillings to do that. And he is saying that Ruto is a man who brings something that is not going to give that long-lasting change and long-lasting solution. And he wants Kenya to reject this empowerment thing and calls him out and ensure that they are voting him out in 2027. So this is what Francis Gaitho has shared on his X platform. It says, or it reads, genocidal baboon and a thief beyond measure, William Ruto spent 600 million on the sham empowerment yesterday, which could have bought 338 bags of subsidized fertilizer. Each bag cost 1,775 at NCPB. That is 112,676 acres of maize. That is 3 bags per acre, yielding 3.3 million bags of 90 kg at 30 bags per acre. Kenya uses 52 million bags a year. So 9 billion, that is 15 times 600 million, could make us self-reliant. Yet we spend over 24 billion importing maize. Sorting Kenyans' issues is easy, but Kano orphans only know how to steal, and the so-called progressive idiots are obsessed about Gachagua and his trip abroad. Who will save this country when there is a pandemic of stupidity, especially amongst one-term politicians and influencers? So this is Francis Gaitho's latest rant against President William Ruto's latest move to use all these millions of shillings in one. It terms as economic empowerment. Remember, we have thousands of youths who were gathered at State House and were given different equipment. There were those who were given sewing machines. Others were given motorbikes. Others were given catering equipment. I saw some with tent. Others were given tent and chairs and all these. So this is what the president is doing, and he's saying that this is the way to go. And I saw Kenyans on social media saying that. So President William Ruto wants all of us to be border borders, all of us to be selling smokies, all of us to be doing all these jobs. We have different professions. So the president cannot be all the time be giving Kenyans all these things. Like he wants to assume that what Kenyans really want, the millions of youths who are jobless, all they want is motorbikes. All they want is tents. All they want is a sewing machine. Many Kenyans have come out to say that this is not viable and the president should retract this. But and we have Kenyans who are also saying that this is just politics at play. And to me, I tend to agree with this because in the last campaigns, Ruto gave us all these things, gave people all these things. Motorbikes, Sudi trolleys, smoky trolleys, all these equipments. We have a number of youths who are given all these. It talked about Asla Fund, and then the program came up, and then it was about 500 bob shillings, 1,000, something that is not even sustainable. So I don't know if Ruto has realized that creating 1 million jobs for Kenyans is not easy, and that he has resorted to go back to what he knows best. But from the conversation and discussion online, Kenyans are saying that this is not a good move. This is not something that the president should be proud of. Also, his economic advisor, the former economic advisor Moses Kuria, is also against all these programs, saying that this is not something that the president should be proud of. The president should create something, should not be sending people to the Middle East to be the slaves there. We cannot be, someone cannot go to university for 4 years, for 6 years, only to graduate and be sent to Middle East to do jobs there. Kenyans are rejecting this move, and they are saying that this is not the way to go. We are talking about 2025. We are talking about the AI. We are talking about the technology. But in Kenya, looks like this is not going to happen soon. And also, I think Rigathi Gachagua has talked about this. I remember the other day when he visited the Silicon Valley in the USA and see how tech company is doing and all that. This is something that the young people, the current generation wants to engage themselves with. I don't know why politicians always think like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, how do you spend 600 billion? Some of these things is even hard to explain. It's even hard to think about it, because it doesn't make sense. But to me, all these are campaign. The president is back to campaigning mode, and he is going to do so more and more, because he has nothing to do. Because Ruto is proving to us that he has nothing to offer to Kenyans, and that the only thing Ruto is good at is campaign. This one I'm giving it to him. Ruto knows how to campaign, and that is the reason he's back to campaigning mode, because he doesn't understand how he's going to make things work in this country. He doesn't understand how he's going to keep these millions of youths busy. He doesn't understand how he's going to come up with something with industrialization. This is something that Kenyans were looking forward to. Remember when the 2022 elections happened, and people like Ruto is so young. He understands the current generation. He understands the current trends. He understands that what the kind of jobs the world needs right now. You understand about the social media platforms, the technology, and the IT. So people are saying like, we should vote for Ruto because he's young and he understands all these things. And others were rejecting Raila based on his age, saying that Raila doesn't understand how the world is changing, the kind of jobs people are involving themselves with in this century and all that. Only for Ruto to turn out and acting like we are in 1970s, like we are in 1980s. Come on, this is not going to work. And I would really wish to hear from those people, from the Kenyans who are given these trolleys, these motorbikes, how they are doing. Because are we going to turn to be a country of borders? Like, even as we speak right now, I think that sector is so full. Like, it has been overwhelmed. Like, I don't know. I think the state should be creative and understand that the best way to do is through industrialization. That is going to work in favor of the young people of this country. The energy the young people have must go to something good, something better. We are not saying that being a border rider is bad. We are not saying that we are rejecting all these menial jobs, but we are saying that not all of us can fit into that category. We have others who are doctors, nurses, others who are engineers, others in law. Are they going to turn them into borders and something like that? No. We're just saying that the president should understand that we are a country of learned youths. We are a country of millions of learned youths. So the president should not assume that all these youths want to be borders, want to do all these jobs. No, he should also think about how he's going to create job opportunities for all these young people from colleges who have studied law, who have studied medicines, who have studied communication, engineering, all these professions. The government should also understand we have these other professions who are so jobless and who are looking forward to have a government that is going to create job opportunities for them. So I've seen the majority of Kenyans are rejecting this. move by the president, and they are saying that this is not everlasting. This is not a long-lasting solution. This is just a short-term solution. That the president is providing a short-term solution to a long-term problem. So I don't know if he's going to act on this and change this, but to me, I think this is just campaign. The president understands that only the people from the low class are so desperate, and so he's just using this to capture them. This is all I see from all this empowerment thing. Well, maybe we have others who are going to benefit, but as something that is going to give a solution to this joblessness in our country, I don't think that is going to work in favor of the millions of youths who are so jobless. So that is it from me for now. Thanks for watching. And this is a Sophia Live.